Facts only boxing. So the news broke today. Terrence Crawford has apparently injured his hand, so the fight with Jeff Horn is postponed, probably landing on a date in late May or early June, thereabouts. According to Bob Arum, Crawford hit a sparring partner on the top of the head. Even with the headgear, he managed to hurt his hand a little bit. MRI has come back clear. There is no ligament damage, and they say roughly about 2 weeks to go. But let's be honest, there's a lot more to this story. If you've been following how this fight was made and the development since, then you know that what actually happened is probably one of a few things, and I've got two or three theories, one of which is almost certainly right. But anyway, let's get into it. Terrence Crawford and Jeff Horn's fight is only 4 weeks out at this point. At the point of cancellation, it's 4 weeks out. Jeff Horn had not signed his contract until last week. So he signed a contract with 5 weeks to go, which suggests that there was something he didn't like or there were disagreements back and forth. The fight was not finalized until a very late stage. Obviously, parties putting pressure on each other. I think it's got to do with the fact that Bob Arum's option on Jeff Horn expires after this fight. He was probably pushing for some sort of extension, and there was probably some pushback. That's what kind of kept the fight in jeopardy. Now, interestingly, Terrence Crawford attended the Valdez and Craig fight this past weekend, and even there he was reported as saying that the fight's in doubt, political issues pretty much. So I don't believe this hand theory. I'm almost certain his hand is fine. I think the problem is with the paperwork with Jeff Horn. I don't know that they'll reschedule it. I think besides that, the original plan was that Manny Pacquiao gets on the card and co-headlines with Terrence Crawford. Once that fell apart, it is not a Vegas fight. I'm pretty sure ticket sales are not up to where Top Rank would have liked them to be. And when the fight is reannounced, if it's reannounced, it might be in Omaha, I would think, or somewhere where Terrence Crawford can carry the burden of selling the tickets, because we know Jeff Horn is only making his debut in the US. You don't expect there to be a big following. So once more, the phantom injury curse strikes. Another fight's been postponed, but Crawford's not injured. Don't be surprised if another opponent or another fight is made. Do not be surprised if the location of this fight is moved if this fight continues to be made. And don't believe much that Bob Arum says, because he's a slippery character and he's been doing this longer than you and I have been on the planet. So he knows what he's doing. And, he's never that bothered about whether what he said was true or not. But yeah, Facts Only Boxing. Hopefully this fight gets made again, because we really want to see what Terrence Crawford looks like as a welterweight. We know what he did at 140, and when you really think about it, there's so many question marks about his resume. It's typical. You look at any top rank resume, and they are excellent at timing things. So, like, you think about Yuriorkis Gamboa with his layoffs and other problems. They feed into Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford makes easy work of him. But beyond that, we're looking at Postol. Who else, really? I'm not going to give him much credit for Molina. And there's question marks about Terrence Crawford. We want to see what level. We know he's a great fighter, but we want to see if he can compete in the welterweight division and where he stands next to Spence, Thurman, Garcia, and other established welterweight stars. So I hope this fight gets made as an introductory kind of fight. But if this fight doesn't get remade, then I am happy with Crawford going in with any top 10 guy. Let's see where you're at and start mixing it with the best. Facts Only Boxing.